Well, hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to the channel for more of the Anno 11.7 Pax Romana campaign. Today's episode is sponsored by Ubisoft, and you can get the game with the link down below in the description as it releases on the 13th of November 2025. So get ready, lock in, clock in, because it's going to be a big time here on the channel for all sorts of things Anno. And thanks again to Ubisoft for sponsoring today's video as we continue the campaign, which is rather interesting. Two characters that play slightly different. I absolutely think that the campaign is really worth it to play once on your own and another time with a friend to learn all the basics and then go on into sandbox and also competitive. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me for the series. We're going to continue on here, as well as continuing on with our sandbox series, reaching tier 4 and eventually building the amphitheater, which you can see over there on the right side. So it's going to be a big time here, both completing the campaign and getting further into Albion, and then also, of course, building some gargantuan monuments. And very soon we'll have a video on a full-scale naval invasion that then turns into a ground invasion too. You may have seen us do that earlier on the channel, but it's too fun not to do it again. So thanks again for smashing like. Thank you very much for subscribing, and again, check down below in the description for a link to all information on Anno 11.7 Pax Romana to get it today. All right, let's go ahead and jump in to our next episode on the main campaign. Let's go. You know, another great thing is that the campaign is multiplayer, and I really I want to play it through the campaign again as a different character, of course, his sister there, and have another friend with me and see what we can build. Now, our ships are on the way to Calidus, and we're about to turn those into Albion. It's amazing to look back at our city after all the experiences I've had in building a giant city now in Sandbox. I've got some new ideas for where we can go from here. It's gonna be nice. But anyway, let's turn in our ship there. Present your flagship to Calidus for confiscation. All right, let's do that. Oh, right there. Perfect. Let's go.
Oh, I like a man that follows orders. Anything paid for by the taxpayer is subject to investigation, including this here ship.
An elephant? All right, let's take that on board and get to Albion.
Lucy's in the floor like a fat sack of ducks. What brought that on, Governor?
Well, he was quite old. Ill health, you know.
Funny, because I heard his own family killed him. A lifetime of lies. Every form of intrigue past his daughter's lips, they say.
I don't recall, oh Emperor. We were all so terribly shocked.
Well, you'll have bigger shocks soon now, Cratius, once you finally bloody leave.
Wow. Rude, sir. Rude. Take the elephant on board, yeah. Okay, so the elephant, as we heard at the very beginning of the campaign, if you go back to the first episode, there's like a storm and an elephant, and I was like, what the hell is that elephant? And, well...
What do we think this mature female
there it
elephant is for? Bit random.
I believe Emperor Calidus intends her to be a symbolic reassertion of force in the region of Albion, Ere.
Uh-huh. All right, then. So I've also tried to build another ship here before, but it'll only let us build one ship at the time. Everything else is locked out. So we'll stock up with some materials then and head out.
Oh, so it's meant to be the same big entrance all over again. Funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hilarious, Ere.
Very. Okay, we'll get back here shortly, and we're going to Albion. It's gonna be cool. Okay, Porridge is going. Now, I assume we can come back to this island at some point, so it would be a good idea to eventually prepare for our return.
Are little feeks, aren't you? Go.
Rude, sir. Oh, we got an expert plugged in already. Good. Got to remember everything we were doing. Got some schools here and here, and we've got our sanctuary there too for our tier 2s, and we've got a lot of good stuff going. All right, let's get back over here with our ship. We stand waiting. I know. This gives us a little bit of a time to say goodbye and go on the final tour here. Now, on our previous episode, you may have already seen some of this before, but I'm kind of just going back to show the end of Juliana and also the beginning of Albion. Oh, we have a third school there too. Love that education. What are we researching now? We can queue up some more research while we get ready to leave. Let's see, maybe some military research. Oh, repair cranes would be good. Some basic infantry would be good. The ability to encamp. More stuff with the... Oh, we have to get 500 knowledge generated there. Okay, so there's more things that we have coming to us. Also, I did notice the Trireme was there too. Could we research that? Ah, perfect. A new ship would be good. All right, we'll do that. All right, so I'm heading back here to home to grab construction materials, such as wood, and we're also like preparing more research then. And let's see, we could also plop down a office. This will allow us to put more specialists in. I'm just assuming like we're going to come back here, and when we do, I want the city to be kind of like, you know, ready for my return. Construction area blocked. Okay. Gonna have the city ready for my return and be ready to build again and build better. I'm assuming only that will be like Simba returning to Pride Rock after being banished, right? Triumphant return. Okay, let's go ahead and get a ton of wood. I think that's a good idea. And now we can sail to Albion as we've been instructed. So we'll go to... there we are, the escort fleet here. So I guess the elephant's a requirement. And I wish we could have built another ship too. I was dragging my feet previously thinking like, okay, let's take our time. Let's grab all the resources we can, but we cannot. Ooh, a lot of sickness there. Let's try to build some way to prevent that. Oh, we're having trouble building things at like 45 degrees. We'll hook that in there. Hopefully that cures some of those people sick. We won't be able to do much more for them, but we'll try before we say goodbye. Looks like there's a good amount of fire prevention here. Seems like also the best way to prevent fires is by building the aqueduct, and we aren't able to do that until we hit tier 3. And I don't think we can do that at all. I think we're locked out of...
Peace of mind that my husband wears a warm hat.
We might be locked out of going up to a higher tier.
I brand the bread I sell as a mark of make and quality.
And it looks like we're not even making olive oil or any sort of fancy pots before we get kicked out, banished to the shadow realms of Albion. All right, well, say goodbye. This is our last look at home before we leave. It was a pretty good city we built so far, but I've got future ideas to build things like at a 45-degree angle kind of facing north, more buildings down here. Eventually, I'm sure we'll build a Coliseum at some point. The amphitheater, maybe back there. Might be a great idea to build it where it is. In fact, maybe in the campaign we'll reconstruct it. I'm just speculating, but like I'm thinking, you know, what we might end up doing here. Oh, those pig farms are all toast. Had to slaughter the pigs, I guess they were diseased. Alright, well, hopefully the hospital helps them out. I did what we could. Now it's time to get out of here. Ooh, wow. These buildings are so impressive. I can't even buy a ship either. We got to be able to make this, though. The Emperor's pleasure barge. A lot of pleasure on that. Look at that. Guy's got a lawn on his ship. It's crazy. Now, I can also say I played a little bit of the other campaign as Marcus's sister, and there's a little bit of a different story, which involves a husband, and you know, you're going to go marry somebody you don't want to, but then I don't want to spoil it, but the things aren't as exactly as they seem. So there absolutely does seem to be a reason to play both campaigns. The objectives are essentially the same, but the stories between the main characters who you're playing as does slightly differ, and so does the chatting between like Ben, you know, your advisor, and the Emperor, and even some of the people that you go to these islands for. So it's certainly an interesting thing to be able to play it again. And of course, you get a different playthrough if you play by yourself, and then another time with a friend. So,
Waiting for your decree.
looks like we're going here to the fleet, and it is time to leave for Albion. Finally. Alright, we're ready to be banished to the Shadow Realms. And let's take our first look at the campaign of Albion. Here we go.
My name is Marcus Naucratius. I am an imposter, and I've been found out.
Banished to the last fringes of the earth, we pass beyond all knowledge.
Are they here to welcome us?
With sharpened teeth.
And who might you be? You're no Imperial messenger. Pentaconter? What's all this? Where's your commander?
Right here. I am Governor Naucratius.
Governor? You've got a Lucanian cow.
Yes. I'm going to ride in like the conquerors of old.
What? No, you won't. Not unless you already want a war.
But I've got orders. The Emperor...
The Emperor doesn't know how bad things got. Come. Let me introduce you to the chief of the capital.
Corvinus, I can't pay tax if the Skaha keeps snatching up my fillies.
Manx? News from Latium. New governor.
Greetings, Chief.
Manx anxious. But what's this magnificent beast? It's got a long face.
So it does. Listen, Naucratius. 2 islands lie beyond the White Cliffs. An outpost on either would extend the Limes, offering some foothold against our enemy, the Skaha. Tread carefully. She will be watching.
Chapter 4, The Deep End. And Episode 4, too. How convenient. Okay, so we're near a place called White Cliff, which I believe that's what Albion means in Latin.
Raiders roam these seas. If anyone here is friendly, it is certainly not them.
Oh, we have a choice of what island to settle.
Since you are doing us all a favor here, the treasury at White Cliff can cover your first settlement.
Ah, first island's free. Got it. All right, this is the island of Craigmore. Certainly seems like an island with a lot of buildable area, lots of trees, and also lots of marshlands. Let's take a look at the other island, Cudslip. Good defendable area, a couple of mines too. And what do we have here? We have 9 mountain slots, 6 marsh slots. That's for draining it too. The fertility includes barley, dye, saltwort, iron, copper, and silver. That's great. Let's take a look at the other island again. Let's see. This one has herbs, small bird population, iron, copper, and silver. Herbs, I don't even know when those come into play. I think it's a little bit later. So I think what we'll do is we'll go to Cudslip. But Craigmore is that's a very nice looking island for sure. But the other one I think is just a little more appealing because of the 2 things here, dye and saltwort, which I think we'll encounter a little bit earlier. So let's take a look again at the island and see where we want to set up a port. Probably right over here. So we'll go ahead and plop it down right there. So let's bring our ship over, the Alpine Blade. And bring her forth. Let's see. Oh.
This could prove a problem.
This is a problem? What? Giving me a $10,000 loan? No, I'll take that.
I'll be mentioning this in my report.
Yeah.
Thank you, Procurator.
He's willing to front the money for a delivery, well, a building of a new island. So, all right, sure. What do we got down here? Okay, so there's White Cliff there. where the Roman army is. And there's Manx here on his island. Manx is great. He's a wonderful character. I really like his voice actor and how he's written. He's just trying to be friendly and just seems like a trader who's trying to get by. But he does have a lot of good stuff here. Lots of horses. And each of these characters also have their own storyline. So when you play in sandbox mode, Manx and others, if you have them turned on, I believe they have the option to be turned on and off. They all offer their own quest lines that do involve things like, and look at how beautiful these islands are. Here you can see the chalk horse. And so yeah, horses, and sometimes it has to do with materials or people. They all have their own storylines, and you know, you can choose to help them for some good benefits and bonuses. Really nice looking island here. So he'll be a great horse trader for us, and they all have their own specialists too.
If it's metal or horses you're after, it might actually be of some help.
Prestige from hand mirrors if supplied. Yeah, these type of purple and gold or yellow tier rarity specialists are very important, because if we plug them into our you know, our offices or our villas, then we can get some real good bonuses from that. But now we've been banished to Albion. Banished. Well, we were ready to do good things, I think.
Neptune's finest! Ready!
So this seems to be the closest area to settle. Closest to White Cliff. Might be a good idea, since we may be going back and forth for quests and whatnot. But we can also build here too. That's the closest way to White Cliff. But also, we're going to be talking with Manx a lot too. So I like the Cudslip Island because we're also on the border of both White Cliff and Manx, so we're closer to both of them. All right, we'll build our dock here, I think. And I'm already going to think about how we're going to lay out the city. I like the dock being here, our main dock. And then building up here a large city. Industrial stuff down here, and then maybe our villa up there. And I believe for our first playthrough I want to do Celtic again. I do want to go Celtic Roman at a certain point if we can too. Oh wow, look at the destroyed ships here. Oh, a Servian invasion wreck. Property of vassal. What does that mean? Interesting. Okay, we're gonna get started on our building ASAP, and all these marshlands can be drained, and I was thinking about like what it would look like if we drained it as the Romans. There's another wreck there. And if we drain this one here as the Romans, we get a lot of territory too. This second island might be better if you're thinking about doing that. Looks like there's a lot of sunken ship on both sides. So yeah, I think if you want to go Roman Celtic, this is the better island, Cragmore. But Cudslip, I think, is better for our current purposes. Okay, ships coming over. Let's take a look at what we have here for Specialist 2.
It doesn't look like much now, but it will.
And they'll refresh every few minutes. 2 minutes on those two. And looks like he has soap. I never know how to say that. I just call them pots, olive oil, tiles, and timber. Luckily, we can make our own tiles here out of mud, and that'll be a required resource. I was thinking about bringing those as well, but they're not too difficult to make. Oh, what does that say? The wreck was once part of the invasion fleet led by Servius Julius Albus, Julia's father. Oh.
What could you possibly require?
So that was their initial attempt to settle. Each island has different fertilities that are required for production. Island fertilities are displayed around your mini-map. Yep. We already did inspect that, so that's good. Let's go ahead and build this here.
I shall be lost here. Lost?
Ben, quit being so depressed. We're going to turn this into a wonderful home.
Is the work any different from Latium?
Oh,
Build
yes.
some houses, build up a town. As soon as you have your nose in some ledgers, you'll feel a lot better. You'll see.
Better? I won't feel better so long as I am condemned to sodden marsh.
Ben, you're being so dramatic, bro. Okay, I think we're going to build our village here and then some of our logging here. I'm already kind of pre-planning things out a little bit, so let's try to figure out where we'll build our town. And we absolutely will be using the marsh, so it's a good idea to build close to that. Just like this. Although I can't get the road to exactly go the way I want it to. Should be able to do a 45-degree here. Although it's not cooperating building along the shoreline. Should be able to build perfectly along that, but that's okay. We'll go up here. And we'll make our main road into town. Man, look at the colors here. It'll constantly rain in Albion too. There's a lush difference in the landscape. It's kind of more dark greens and like darker rock color. In some areas we have granite that can be mined too, so it's a very beautiful area. But the rain does not actually affect the gameplay at all. So if it rains a lot, we're not going to be at a disadvantage in any way. Kind of a cosmetic thing. Okay, we'll start with the 2 logging camps there. Then we'll build a warehouse along the road. And maybe a sawmill behind that. And we'll build 2 of those to get us started. And we'll build a road up here to connect to these 2.
Now the houses.
He is correct. Now the houses. We also need to connect to the dock. Although I'm not sure why. I can't build it at a 45-degree angle. I'm not sure why. Same with these buildings too. It shouldn't be something we have to research. I'll just build it like this for now. We'll just make do. Okay, and now the houses, as he mentioned. Good area here for a town. I realize we're going to need a lot of space, so building here would be a good start. Let's go with a 3x2. And we'll leave that area for city services up there. Okay, we've unlocked cockles and eels. Some food for the basic tier 1 people who are known as waiters. So they live here in these homes, and they're perfect for working and living off the land. So now we will give them what they need for their food. So we can build like a little dock down here. And there it is, cockles, which is kind of like a clam, and then eels, which, oh boy, they're interesting. Okay, we'll build a dock there. Ooh, look at that. It gives you +3 money if you build homes near that, too. So a little bit of an income boost for us. We're at -116 right now, so we'll work at a deficit for a while. But it'll be all good. And it also looks like it doesn't cost wood to be able to build a boardwalk. I don't see it costing anything. It just says dirt road, so that's good. Yep, just 188 coin. So we'll probably leave some room there to expand. So where do we build eels? We need to build them out here, right? Well, actually they go in the marshlands here. So we can build that kind of near our starting area. Do some food production down here. And also build a bridge to get to that area there. Could build some hemp farms out there or something, but it's a little restrictive. But we will do hemp farms for tunics. So we could also do that maybe over here. And we will need more wood production eventually, so I will save some room for that. In fact, maybe we could do more wood production out there. The boardwalks do require quite a bit of wood over the marshlands, so it's like we're building a constant bridge. Let's build one here. And this is going to be a basic food. And I'll try to build a bridge to the shore as quickly as possible, like that, just a straight line. So then we can then stop paying with the... we don't want to pay with wood, we want to pay with money. That'll be a more affordable option. Okay, so eel are coming in now. That should be able to reach the warehouse. And same with the cockles down here. We'll need a warehouse. Maybe we'll plop that over there. Good. All right, now we need to attract 50 workers and reach 100% food needs met. So now we're producing that food. These numbers should go up, so long as everything's supplied. And maybe we'll add some more houses. Now, one thing we know we're going to do is a lot of these houses will need to be upgraded to the next tier. So some of our tier 1 workforce will go away when we upgrade to tier 2. So we'll have to be careful about that. The tier 2 workers for the Albions is known as the, they're like craftsmen. In fact, I think they're called, I think they are called craftsmen. So let's start with those 2 there. We will need more wood. Don't want to overlap too much. And I believe the ratio for logging is a 1-to-1. And are we producing too much or not enough? Okay, looks like we need more logs. All right, so we'll hold back on the sawmills and up our log production.
When with time, I'd like to know more about what transpired in Latium.
Oh, translation, come talk to me? Okay. And that's why we settled so close.
Whitecliff. That's where Procurator Corvinus camps out.
Alright. New options available. So our waiter population is high enough to where they're going to now require a few more things that have unlocked. Needed a little road there. Alright, so now the tier 1 workers want a market and a, I think it's called a, oh, it's a bardic hearth. So we'll build that too. Sounds like their tavern. Place to tell stories and gather. I think we'll put our marketplace over here. And then we'll put our bardic hearth over here. Nice. And we'll need more workers to be attracted to our town. Looks like that number's going up. Oh, and they need to... their fashion needs must be met. So now we've unlocked that. We've got reed shoes and also tunics. Things are going rather quickly here. All right, so the tunics will be made of hemp. And by constructing those nearby, it'll give us extra income. And then shoes will give health and income too. So let's go ahead and start with the reed harvesting. So there's a reed farm we're going to need. I feel the need for reed. Let's do it then. So I'll build this right here on the edge. So the reed farm, of course, has to be in the marshlands, but the actual reed farm needs to be connected to a warehouse. So we'll pop that there. And I think this is like 140, yeah. So there's 140 tiles needed to grow reed. It's pretty cool. 136. And it's probably a good idea to make another farm too. If we have more than enough raw materials at the start, that's fine. That's totally fine. And I want to leave a little room here for a bridge to go across. Maybe there over to this island. Seems to be pretty much the same length no matter what, so pop down the rest of the reed there and connect to a road. I'm not sure why, but I can't I can't get those right angles. I'm looking here, period and comma key for right angles. This is driving me nuts. I can't make things at a 45-degree angle. Oh wait, diagonal construction is not. Oh, control. What? Control. Okay. Oh, now I could do it. How strange. Somehow I must have. That's on me. Diagonal construction was like. I didn't even know there was an option to turn that off. So I had no idea it was off. I thought you could always do a 45-degree angle. Luckily, it doesn't even matter until just now. Like here at the dock. There we go. I was going insane. I was like, I want to build at 45-degree angles. Well, here we are. Luckily, though, everything's kind of in line with, you know, a 90-degree angle there, and then 45 will fit here. Okay, the insanity is over. I'm sure some of you noticed that wasn't ticked. I didn't even know that was an option. Good job. All right, our ship has arrived. Let's go chat with the leader here, and we'll go back to building shortly. Let's chat with the
Governor Cratius. Good. News travels slowly to the Empire's extremities. You better fill us all in. Emperor Lucius is dead, you say.
And that's not all. Calidus marched on the Senate and declared himself emperor in Julia's place.
Calidus always did have the loyalty of the legions. But I'd never write off a snub Julia Augustina.
Lady Julia against the Senate and all the armies of Rome.
Calidus may have frightened the Senate into temporary submission. But she has the name, Marcus. The daughter of Emperor Servius. Conqueror of Albion. The true progenitor of Pax. Lucius took all the credit when he died. But defeating the Celts was Servius's triumph.
Must be why I'm here. Calidus wanting to tread in Servius's triumphant footsteps.
Emperor Calidus does hold him up as an example. His own father was a corpse-bearer. Be prepared, Marcus. Feel free to take a look around Whitecliff. I will answer your questions.
Well, I would like to see if you have a specialist, sir. Iron grade ironist and ooh, a captain. Do we have a captain for our main ship?
Possibly require?
Not yet. Okay, ooh, this will refresh in about 10 seconds, so we'll see who's here in just a moment.
In the river.
Hello, sir. Oh, he has an offering of an apology. That's fine, sir. We'll make our own clothing. Don't worry about it.
It's your song, Ward of the Fenland.
Look at that beautiful art in the background.
May
Very
your
pretty.
river run clear.
So weary, Priator.
All right, let's see what else we got for specialists. Movement speed and province transfer speed there. That's all right for now. All right, we'll leave our ship there for the time being and get back to building. So now we need to reach the fashion needs. Select the... Oh, looks like we're doing a little bit more. We got the Whitecliff Jail up there. And the castrum. Let's see what else is going on up here.
The Skaha we can lay hands on, we keep here.
Okay.
This is the castrum. Men and resources are limited, but we make do.
All right, so the castrum is their fort.
Flagship. It's one of my duties as procurator to ensure the governor never goes without one.
Oh, we're getting a new flagship. Awesome. And that's the jail of our enemy, the Skaha.
The Second Augusta. Poor, brave souls.
The Torch of Albion. Wow.
Here's your flagship. If you ever lose it, the regulations will compel me to fit out a new one for you.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen.
You summoned me, Procurator?
Ah, anxious, yes. I want you to go beyond the Limes, up to Carrickmore.
Carrickmore? That's what Ada's holding, that is.
Precisely. We need to know what she's up to. She's watching my scouts, but she's not watching yours.
Oh, bloody hell. All right.
Carrickmore is a fortified island. You try and keep a low profile. I just want a report. Nothing more.
Carrickmore. There's a large... that's a huge fortress, actually. It's a large mountain. Essentially, it's a massive stronghold that's been fortified. So it's it goes beyond anything I've seen before. Okay, let's go ahead and accompany him to the moor.
Off we go. Stay close. Fog swallows the best of us.
What could you possibly require?
Afraid, anxious? Are we in danger?
He sounds anxious.
Could be not. But I think if she attacks, she'll want to do it on her terms.
Voada, not the fog. Best keep our distance then.
More is better.
Ooh, we have a quest here to go get some of the ships from the previous invasion.
Festina Lente.
I'm going to try to pick up what seems to be free supply. All right, so we and Manx go over to where the hilltop fort is. We'll try to gather some more supplies from those shipwrecks. He'll get there in just a moment. And it looks like we got plenty of wood, so let's keep focusing on helping our people. So we'll make now that reed shoemaker. Oh, that gives happiness, so that's good. So let's go ahead and plop that down. And also let's do the same with tunics. Although we're not making materials yet for clothing, we can put it down right there as our kind of commercial district. There we go. Okay, hemp is going to be something we probably want to make 2 farms for. And this is a good spot here. So let's make some nice looking farms. So we'll back that one into a corner there. And we'll try to make some fields that don't go too far into the logging territory over there. We just don't want to cut down a lot of their trees.
Why does our counterpart Nanks have a furry slug over his lip?
It is an item unique to Albionites, hence no single word for it in Latin.
Really gonna make some gorgeous looking fields here. Gonna build a light road here. Just a touch of a road, just a light one. And then we'll make another one over here. These farms will look really cool. I'm gonna be more of a beauty builder here, I think, than focusing too much on efficiency. But we still want to make sure things work. Let's fill this up too. And the hemp farms have really nice walls that spawn along the edges of the field. Looks good on a road.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Oh, good. That must be what we're looking for. All right, a little bit more to build here.
We ought to take good care of our wares.
Oh, looks good at the start. And that should be within range of a warehouse. That warehouse there or there should be able to accommodate the goods coming out of there. I'll make a little road that way then. And maybe I'll make another farm somehow. Good enough. Let's go find those shipwrecks. And is our other ship in place? It is. Almost. It is almost in place. Ooh, weapons. And wood. Good,
Our
good.
scouts have sighted new land.
Festina Lente.
Let's go drop those off. Man, the farms look really cool there. Oh, it looks like we're making plenty of logs and plenty of planks. That's good. All right, now the spinner should have everything they need to make more clothing. So the fashion needs should be met shortly. What about putting down a villa? Can we do that yet? Almost. We got to choose smiths or
Our scouts have sighted
merchants.
new land.
Oh, the smiths are what they called. I thought they were called like craftsmen, but it's the tier 2 smiths,
So weary,
which we're looking for. Oh boy, trading post is full of wood. Let's go ahead and build some more houses. You know we're always going to need more of those. You know it. Something like that to begin.
Waiting for your decree.
Offload. And let's go to another wreck. There's another one over here.
Through the waves.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Boy, I think our enemy's going to be far north. All right, how many workers do we have? Plus 35 for the tier 1s and increasing. Good. The more people we have, the more products they'll buy and the more money we'll make. Oh, we're still going far north. Romanization. Let me go ahead and cut that road there.
This is it. Carrickmore. You can already hear her voice on the wind.
Look at this place. Look at this place. Massive fortress. She's got farms there. She's got like eel farming going on too. So they've got food, probably lots of supplies for many months if we go to siege them. Crazy.
Did we not become strong again? Our blood thickening for each and every newborn ox? They say Rome's last emperor died like a dog. His pax is over. You've seen the new governor with his grey beastie. A worshipper of murdering, conquering Servius. Do we, the Skaha, allow such insults to stand? Or do we remind him of the fate of Landinium? Of Matiacorum? Iron from blood!
Iron is in blood, ma'am. She is correct. She must be a doctor.
So now you know who and what you're up against.
Yep.
Clearly her threats are not to be taken lightly. And her fort
Carrickmore.
is impressive. I wouldn't fancy sieging it. Ward has defenders in numbers. Well, thank you, Anxious. My ship can make its own way from here.
Go easy now. The mist. The mist.
Oh boy.
Forward.
All right, well, that's going to be a big threat for us. We'll have to see what we can do about dealing with her. And we'll have to make a decision on attracting merchants or smiths, but I think we'll go with smiths for this first run. I'm a little more experienced with that too. So at least we got our people what they need from the beginning. All right, let's grab the rest of those fleets.
I've no great experience in these matters, but I suspect Vawada might be rallying her warriors for a raid.
Wouldn't be the first time.
They're getting ready for a big raid. Oh boy. So they may attack us. We better get ready to be attacked. They know we're here. Okay, all good. Whew, we got so much to do and so little time. Folks, that is all for today's video on Anno 11.7 Pax Romana, episode 4 of our campaign, and really our first further look into Albion in this game's campaign. We'll be showcasing videos every day before its release on November 13th, 2025. Again, a fully co-op campaign and multiplayer in the sandbox, and the ability to cooperatively work together with friends in building a city. There's a lot of good stuff here, and I've enjoyed it thoroughly so far, and I can't wait to play more. All right, well, check down below in the description for more on this game, and to get it today, thanks again to Ubisoft for sponsoring today's video, and I can't wait to show you guys more of this wonderful game and play it myself with some friends. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you for more of Marcus's campaign, episode 5, next time. See you. Goodbye.